Alright, today we're gonna hear from the people, the owners of the American Bully, and why they enjoy the breed so much. Now introduce yourself to the people.
What's happening, people? I'm Jeffrey, Lord Jeff, or whatever you want to call it, out of Washington, D.C., Northwest D.C. And my companion and partner here, Bobby Womack, off of Steel Jaws Rhino, Devil's Den Nina. Less than a year old, it'll be a year old August 8th of this year. My birthday August 1st, so we're gonna bring in the birthdays together. But this is my first, this is the first successful ownership of an American Bully that I've had, and I'm happy as hell with the breed, man. I love these guys, man. They're awesome.
Well, what made you wanna get into this particular breed?
Well, you know, in DC, the American Pitbull Terrier thing was always big, as you know, Zay. It's always been big. There's always been a lot of pit bulls in DC. Of course, state legislation, they tried to crack down on the breed itself, but it wasn't successful. Thank God for a lot of groups like the Washington Animal Rescue League and a lot of other pet activists, man, that made sure we maintained the breed here in the city. And I had a dog for about 11 years that passed. He died of hip dysplasia. Well, he got sick of hip dysplasia, so I had to put him down, put him out of his agony after 11 years. And it took some time for me to get another dog, and I kept seeing these dogs that reminded me of the big-ass pit bull or the big-ass bulldog in Tom and Jerry, you know, the big blue one, Spike. And I was like, wow, like, you know, what, you know, how they getting their dogs this big, you know, because here in the city, you know, we're so far away from where things go on that, you know, we don't know. It's like we're closed off. It's a whole nother world. Like the whole bully movement was going on right under my nose. And, you know, through the internet and through other media, YouTube and other media resources, I saw, I think one of the first bullies that I laid my eyes on was Gotti of Westside Kennels. That was like the first bully I ever seen, like a picture of, like a blue bully. And I was like flabbergasted, I was blown away. And shoot, man, after doing my homework for a while, man, and going to a couple of dog shows and everything to see what it's really about, and after a couple of failed tries, I came upon a kennel. Big ups to Lorianne and Scott at Steel Jaws Kennel out of Florida, Tallahassee, man. Real good people. I got old Bobby Womack here, man, and I've been happy since. It's been a ride for me, but I can honestly say I'm happy, man.
What's some experiences that you had, like you said, successful this time in getting a dog, that you can let people who are probably new to trying to get the breed? What would you tell them to do?
What I would tell anybody that's new to the whole bully movement, or honestly any dog for that much, do your homework, one. That's the most important thing, because, Max, sit down, baby. Because I honestly believe that these dogs, American Pitbull Terriers, Amstaffs, bullies, they are not meant for everybody. I've seen so many people with these dogs in their hand, the dogs are running amok, and it becomes a problem for the owner, but the dog ultimately pays the price and ends up getting put down to something because of the owner's negligence. So it's very important to think about. It's very important to do your homework and find out about the kennels, man. I actually have someone that I consult with by the name of Lori. She's in Lori, I think it's Lori Richardson in Diamond State Bullies, and she gave me a good pointer. She told me basically that whenever I'm considering getting a dog and you're checking out the pedigree and you're checking out what shows the mom and pop want, and you're checking out the shows what the other relatives want, you want more than just look. You know, find out if they want obedience shows. Find out if they, you know, want you know, stuff that deals with like behavior and more temperament. You know, because, you know, honestly, it's a lot of bad breeders out there, man, and they will get you because they're out for the money. They don't care about what kind of product they're putting out there. You would think that when people are dealing with living animals and things like livestock that you put your name behind, that they have more integrity. But to be honest with you, man, you got people out here that's just out for the money. So, you know, do your homework, man. Definitely do your homework and take your time. Take your time. And if you can, get to the breeder. Go see the dogs. Go see the dogs, you know. Unfortunately for me, living in DC, you know, we live so far away from everything. You know, to go drive down to a breeder down in Tallahassee, Florida. I mean, you know what, now that I know what I know, I probably will do that the next time I get me another bully. But it's real important, man. You know, get a good look at them parents, man. Go to the breeders. If you can go to the breeders, go to the breeders. Check out the parents. Take your time. Once the litter's there, check out the pups, man. See what fits you, because everything doesn't fit everybody. You know what I mean? So that's a definite. I definitely can say that as a pointer, man.
Speaking on that, when you talking about first getting into the bully breed, were you looking for a particular color at the time? Because now you said now you got a little more experience that you're looking for the overall package.
Yeah,
like I know for myself, I know when I first started, blue was the thing. Blue was the thing. Blue was the thing.
Man, let me tell you.
And that's how I got a Gotti line dog.
In DC, to be honest with you, is so hard to find, especially on the urban areas. We can't find good breeds. I don't give a damn if you're getting a German Shepherd. Like, we have people who breed French Bulldogs here, all those things. That stuff is like foreign language to people in the urban areas who are shut off. So, at the end of the day, man, when I first saw Gotti and that blue, that real deep blue, man, I'd never seen nothing like that in my life. I'd never seen a dog that color. You know, I've seen pictures of greyhounds and stuff like that, and didn't even, I'm like, I see a pit bull and he's blue, he's great. Like, you know, it's the awesomest shit in the world. But at the end of the day, man, I honestly love me a try, man. I'd like to have me a try right now. I would love to get a try, man. At the end of the day, I mean, I feel like in the bully world, man, there's so many good things being done. Not all good, but so many things being done, man. It's expanding, man. And there's no telling what kind of colors, man. So at the end of the day, it's forever changing. It's always changing. It's always something new. It's always something fresh. So when blue was the hot shit, you know, now you're seeing these purple tries and all these other color tries and things of that nature. So, you know, it's always evolving. But I don't think you can ever go wrong with a deep blue, man. There's nothing wrong with a good blue. I love blue, man.
Speak on your experience working down at the DC Animal. With the breed.
I worked at the Washington Animal Rescue League, and let me tell you something. I don't care what they got to say. I don't care if somebody from the Washington Animal Rescue League is watching this. Y'all know, y'all probably don't remember, but I worked there and they do not like pit bulls. Let me explain, man. You got all these groups and all these people, all these animal activists fighting for animal rights. But at the end of the day, sometimes they forget about these guys. They forget about the guys that have the bad stigma. You know, at the end of the day, these are good dogs, man. These are just big lap dogs. They just want to be with you. They want to go everywhere you go. They want to be down. They want to be your best friend in the world. So, you know, when I worked there, I would see all kinds of breeds being adopted. But as the pit bulls were coming through, it seemed, regardless of whether they pass all kinds of tests, because they still evaluate these dogs, they were still throwing them under. They were putting them down all the time. And I mean, a lot of good dogs. I mean, good dogs, man, that plenty of people would love to take into their homes. But unfortunately, here in DC, you cannot adopt a pit bull. And I think that's something, you can't. They have different groups. They have different groups that you can go through, but like, if, let me rephrase that. You can adopt a pit bull, but you and I can't adopt a pit bull. That's the best way I can say it, man. You gotta make over a certain amount of money, and they have to feel like you're facilitated enough to give this dog love. So at the end of the day, a lot of dogs get put down because they can't find a lot of good candidates for these dogs. So I don't want to say that there's not as big of a push to get these pit bulls. They will let me adopt German Shepherd mix or a collie, a border collie or something like that, they'll let me adopt it. But if I wanted to adopt a nice Staffy or, you know, Amstaff or anything, any of those bully breeds, man, Rottweiler, anything of that kind, of that genre, they're not gonna let me. They're gonna give me a bunch of bullshit and dance around everything, man. It's the truth. And you can actually call down to the DC animal shelters and the DC Humane Society and the Washington Animal Rescue League and inquire, ask them questions, and you'll find out the same things that I'm saying or probably more.
Dag, so in your opinion, would you say there's a overpopulation, overbreeding of the American bullies?
Man, I definitely could say that, man. And I mean, look, you were with me that day when I got my first bully, man. And that's why I tell people to take your time, man. Take your time. You know, I went to a dog show. It was one of the first ones they had in, what was that, Sussex, Maryland, Essex?
The Maryland Expo.
Yeah, the Maryland Expo, exactly. And one of the first ones they had, man. And I'm not gonna put, if I don't have nothing good to say about your kennel, I'm not gonna put you on blast. But you know who you are. You little cuz out of Philly or Pittsburgh or wherever the hell you from. I didn't take my time. I'm all enthusiastic. It had been a long time since I had a dog, and I wanted a dog. So I went to the show with intentions to buy a dog, to be honest with you, but faking like I didn't want to get a dog. But I knew I wanted to come off with a dog. And when you go to these shows, you go to these conventions, you got people that will prey on people like the person I was back then. A person that's overly eager. Your knowledge is not as vast as it should be, and they're gonna prey on you. They see you coming a mile away, and they're gonna show you the dogs. And Lord forbid you got kids, you got the kids with you, and they're gonna show your daughter the dogs. And man, they salesmen. They are salesmen at the end of the day. They're not just breeders. Some of these guys are true salesmen, man. They sell water to a well. And this guy sold me. You know, that's what I say, do your homework. You know, I wanted to get into showing the dog, you know what I mean? And this dude, he asked me straightforward. He said, so what are you looking for? Are you looking for show potential, family potential? Which in my opinion, if I'm gonna have a dog for my family, like, all of that shit should be tight, like one way or another. You know what I mean? Not saying it should take home all the trophies and all the ribbons, but I should be able to enter my dog into a competition. You know what I mean? So he asked me, and I told him, I said, well, yeah, you know, I want a little something that is good for the family. I could possibly get into, you know, dog shows myself. And he's like, well, how much money are you talking about spending? And I'm like, I got like 700 good bucks. I had 700 good bucks. And he said, I got something for you. So, mind you, he has like all the dogs. Come here, big face. He has all the dogs. He has all the dogs in the little kennel. He has the puppies. And I'm like, okay, you got your papers? He's like, yeah, I got papers on all the dogs. I said, okay. So, I see this one pup in the back. He has a bobblehead. Like, looks on everything all the time too, people, especially the ones that are just getting in, especially my brothers and sisters from DC, man, that wanna get into this. Looks are not everything. Dig deeper than just what you see on the outside. So I tell the dude, the guy says, well, yeah, you know, I got just what you need. Look in here, look in the kennel. I see this dog with this big bobblehead. I mean, the head is just a bob in the way. So I'm like, yeah, I want that one. So he goes, no, you should get this one. And I said, no, I want that one. He said, no, you should get the other. So he keeps giving me the runaround about the dogs, not trying to give me the one that I wanted. So finally he breaks and says, okay, you can get it. So I get the dog, I let my daughter hold it, she's size. I'm like, okay, you got the papers? He has papers on all the other pups, except that one pup. So he tells me, he said, well, you know, I'll make sure I send you the pup, take my card, take this, I got you, made all these promises, and I felt secure, I was happy. The dog had a kinked ass tail. Not only did he have a kinked tail, he had a bob tail. He had a bob kinked tail. It looked like a fucking pigtail, like a little curly, little short tail, right? And like.
And what did I tell you?
You told me.
What did I tell you?
Take my time. Don't do it. He was like, Jeff, don't do it. Zeb told me don't do it. And you know, I'm bullheaded just like these guys. I can be stubborn sometimes too, and I did it, and it was the worst mistake ever, because what happened was me and the dog had some problems communicating, man. I had never had a dog that was so sensitive to, how can I put this? Like, he would scream over everything. I could not, like, if I was trying to train him to stack, and he was not receptive to a lot of touch. He was very, like, jittery kinda. And in addition to that, when I got him, he had a bladder infection too that I didn't even know anything about till I got the rescue that I took him to. You know, I lived across the street from a rescue. I'm sorry, and over time they showed me like everything that was going on, and as a result, I felt bad because it really wasn't the dog's fault. It was the breeder's fault. And it was all so I had to take some responsibility too, because I didn't do my homework and I rushed into something. And as a result, a dog luckily he successfully went through the system, but just imagine if he wouldn't have made it through, you know what I mean? There would have been another dog put down on behalf of me and the kennel. So, you know, that's another thing too, as pet owners, man, we gotta start being more responsible for our dogs, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the breed and whole are the ones that are paying for everything. And, you know, we're just sitting back, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, you gotta be a responsible pet owner. It's deeper than just cleaning up dog shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
So how you feel about your investment now?
Oh, man, you know what, man? To be honest with you, man, he is my brother. He's my protector. He's a son.
Yeah, I see you on point right now.
He's always on point, man. Always on point. I think that you know, some people, like, you know, the same way I was new to the whole bully movement, there are people that are oblivious to it. And so, you know, as pet owners, it's our job to also, you know, educate people too. I educate my family. You know, I educate people on the outside. I don't like tagging them pit bulls, you know, because I do agree that they're in a class of their own, because I've owned both. A lot of similarities, a lot of differences, but definitely, man, I'm happy, man. Like I said, Steel Jaws, man, they spit some fire, man. This guy got some fire in his pedigree, man. And like I said, as long as people, man, are serious, the breeders, they're serious. Like, let me say this too, man. Some of you breeders out there, man, y'all going too far with what y'all putting on the market, man. Y'all fucking up the whole movement. Like, I was just telling Zeb that just 5 years ago, when I remember like going to like my first show and you know, really getting into the thick of the bully movement, and in comparison to now, it's a bunch of wannabes. Everybody got a kennel, everybody breeding, everybody doing this, everybody's doing that. And it's putting a lot of bullshit out there. There's a lot of Eastie Westies out there. A lot of bad temperaments, man. A lot of, you know, when these dogs come out fucked up in their heads, it's messing it up for the other ones that are good. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, I think right now the whole movement should be about cleaning up, man. Putting some of these Bama ass kennels on the spot that's putting out this poison. You know what I'm saying? That's polluting the whole breed itself. Gone through with him, I probably thought was extreme, but what it is some of the things that come with the breed, man. And like I said, I had a pit bull for 11 years, man. It was the perfect dog. And I think at some point, all of us, if you had that perfect dog that you had for years, you have a tendency to compare your new one to the old. And so I got out of the habit of doing that, you know what I mean? I just accept Mac for who Mac is, you know what I'm saying? Chocolate was chocolate, and Bobby Womack is Bobby Womack. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, you know, hopefully we're gonna get, it comes with work, you know what I'm saying? I definitely gotta devote some more time to getting him stacked, man, and getting him more in tune to the whole dog show movement, because I think he's definitely capable. You know what I'm saying? Clean up a little bit on him, clean his act up a little bit, and straight. You know what I mean? I got my dog for a companion. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, You know, I used to live by myself. I lived by myself for 10 years, and man, it get lonely. It gets lonely. So, you know, not that I fraternize with my dogs or nothing like that, but you know, man, it's always good, man. You'd be surprised, man, some of the companionship, man, that these dogs can give you, man. And that's why, you know, to you young guys that might be watching this video on YouTube or something like that, and y'all fighting dogs, let me break it down to you like this, man. The same way I broke it down to this young guy. I fucked up. Because, yes, it's effed up, because at the end of the day, it damages the dog's mental. It damages the dog, it makes the dog insecure. It's never like having an insecure dog, man. You're not going to get the best out of your dog. In addition to that, you stand a chance of the dog hurting somebody, hurting a human. But the way I explained it to the young guy was, I said, you see my boy right here? I said, this is my friend. This is my companion, this is my partner. I said, now, if he's my companion, if he's my partner, why would I fight him? Why would I put him in danger to take the chance of losing? Because in the dog fight, somebody gotta lose. It's a chance your dog loses, a chance the opposition will lose. So I don't even want to take that chance with my boy, because he's a companion, he's a friend. So if you guys got dogs, and you calling them your friends, and you call them, you know, your homie and your partner, you don't fight him. You don't fight your homie. You don't put your homie in harm's way. You don't put your homie in a position, if he does, even if he does win, to get marked up. Man, I don't know if you guys have seen dog fights, but these dogs don't come back too good, man. They're really damaged up. With that whole thing right there, and I'm gonna say this, man, big up to Michael Vick. I don't care what nobody say. And I know somebody gonna be like, you a wild motherfucker. Like, how can you say that? Because at the end of the day, man, some of you people are fake about it, but some people were brought up in that environment. Some people were brought up in it. You know what I'm saying? I might be fighting dogs right now if it wasn't for certain people and certain things that I came across in my life to tell me that it was wrong. Certain things that I witnessed. But down there in the country, a lot of you people out there watching this right now, y'all know, so don't fake. They just made Michael Vick the poster boy for dog fight. But it's been going on before Michael Vick. It's still going on right now. And it's not to say that what Michael Vick did was cool, it was fucked up. But he paid his dues already. To be locked down in the penitentiary, man, that's punishment enough. If you ain't never been locked up, man, trust, believe, that's punishment enough. So all you people that feel like he ain't paid his dues, man, fuck y'all, man. That man done paid his dues. That man grew up in that situation right there. So, you know, a lot of people grew up in that situation. It's not cool. Leave the dog fighting alone. I ain't got nothing else to say about it before y'all be like, that Michael Vick come, you like Michael Vick?
No, man. Man, I appreciate your time with Zay and Piss today, man.
No problem, man. It was fun, man.
It's good, you know, good to hear from the people, man. Let them know, man, about their experiences dealing with the breed, man.
Definitely, man. Zeb, man, been around for a long time, man. Zeb actually one of the first people, man, that really got me on a seriously positive note with these dogs some damn near 10 years ago, man. So, you know, big up to Zeb, man. I wish you all the luck in the world, son, man. Do your thing, man. And, man, hopefully, man, we get this whole bully movement going back in the right direction where it was going a couple years back, man, because there's some work to be done.
All right, man. Peace, man.
Peace.
Oh.
Look at face.
How old your boy again?
He be a year, August 8th. 1 year old.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Well, let me see if I can get him. Let me see if we get some movement on him. Come here. Drop. Come here. Come here. Nah. No. Drop. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Stop being a big. Come here. Stop being a big. Come on.
Man, I appreciate your time today,
man,
sir.
Time, man. You know, like I say, hopefully, man, y'all see us in the ring soon. Once I get myself together and get my boy together, we be in there soon. Ain't that right, big fight? Drop that. Here, get up. Real good. You ain't even play with anything, man. Go on, big face. Come on, big face.
As you can see, an active dog.
Yeah.
A dog that's active.
All y'all talking about these dogs be too big to move. My dog moves, and he weigh over 85 pounds, and he ain't even a year yet. Come on, big face.
Man, he's very active,
Yeah,
man.
he active as hell, man. That's my boy there. What?